Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. As I always say, another episode, another pleasure it is to be here, another amazing guest we have on the show. Today we have Ron Smoorenburg, who is an actor and stuntman who has featured on over 100 films. He is also the creator of Recharge Fighting Style, which is actually very interesting. We'll talk about it more later. And I was just talking to him before the show started as well. He is the record holder of the highest jump kick at 11 feet, which is
Mm.
3.35 meters. Crazy. Ron, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, taking time out of your schedule to come on the show. I've been really looking forward to this episode,
Thank
and I can't wait to get right in.
Beautiful. Thank you as well. It's a pleasure.
Perfect.
I'm here in Bangkok, by the way. I'm Bangkok, where I lived for more than 20 years. So yeah, if I'm a little
Mm.
bit wet or sweaty, that means it's hot here.
Sweating is never a bad thing. And guys, just a heads up, if I'm ever looking down, I've got my notes over here. So, Ron,
Yes.
let's just continue where we were going. So that high kick, that
Okay.
11 feet high kick, you said you were doing it on the episode and then you got to the final episode. And I know you also mentioned you trained for it, but how did you come up with the idea like, I'm going to jump not just the equivalent of a basketball rim, but higher?
Well, when I was young, I always tried to kick the leaves in my street. You know, the trees and the leaves, there's always another branch higher. So I tried to aim for each time for a higher kick. And yeah, I was inspired by Van Damme always, the high kicks, leg holding, and that stuff. Um, so there was this TV program about stunts. It was a European program about records, and I wrote them. I said you should do something with the highest kick, and I didn't get any reply. And suddenly it was on TV, like the show was
Mm.
already happening without me. So I wrote them. I said, guys, I think this was my idea. So I managed to get into the last episode, but the record got higher and higher, and it became like 3 meters, 3 meter 10, like 10 feet and stuff higher. So I was really training for this for like weeks to to prepare only for this. So not another martial art training, only for this kick. And we put the mat against the wall. It was like a vertical split against the wall, basically. And luckily, I was flexible. Luckily, I had the jump power. So the combination of this made me get the record. But there was another guy. He pretended to be very low in kicks,
Mm.
like in the rehearsals. So on the TV program, it was live. He was just before me, and he looked at me and he smiled, and he got like 3 meters 25. And he smiled at me later, like I got you, like he was pretending he was not that good. And then like bang, it was like he was really high. And then he smiled at me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then my parents were in the audience. And I look at them and say, "Okay, let's do this. Sometime in life, you only have one chance." So I jumped just 1 centimeter higher in the first attempt, like 326, and that broke him. That broke him. The second turn, he fell down, and then I could make it to 330, 330, and yeah, that was an amazing experience. And because of this kick, Jackie Chan saw the videotape for the movie Who Am I of this kick, and that got me the part in Who Am I in that final fight in the same year, like 3 months later or so.
Sweet. There are
Yeah,
two interesting things in particular I heard from there. So I know in the beginning you mentioned that you got a lot of inspiration from Van Damme, and not only you got the inspiration, but you ended up working with him. And same for Jackie Chan. I mean, Jackie Chan is this, he's the
yeah.
figure of martial arts. He's the figure of the industry. How did it feel working with the people who, when you were younger, you wanted to be like them?
Yeah, that is some magic, and that also can give hope to other people in this business. When they watch movies right now, they have this dream and they're talented. I can tell you, guys and girls, things are really possible. So yeah, I was watching The Young Master with Jackie Chan when I was 12, And that movie really was really cool. I was like training on that movie. And then Van Damme came. And there's no one like Van Damme, even till now. Like, there's no one like Van Damme. With his charisma, his body, his looks, even his sound is perfect. And there's videos about that, why Van Damme is Van Damme, but there's no one like him. There's no Westerner like him. So sometimes when you're young, I was skinny, young, you need someone like an example in your life. So they were, and Jackie Chan were examples. And later, yeah, to work with them is just incredible. Sometimes actors are not as they are always in movies,
Mm.
so they, of course, they have to, they have this kind of image they have to protect. So in real life, they might be different. But overall, man, to know the real people and to get this experience is very special. It's like I'm fortunate to know them and some other actors too, like Seagal, Donnie Yen, Tony Jaa. Super cool guy. He kicked out my teeth. Super cool guy. Like he's really humble. And there's more guys. Kane Kosugi, Marko Zaror, Scott Adkins. Very humble guy. Very technical. I want to do a one-to-one
Mm.
fight with him if he's watching. Uh, so yeah, this business, and everybody's different. They have their different way of dealing, their different way of shooting movies, different way of contact. One actor you can hit, one actor you can't really hit. So we always have to adapt a little bit with who you're working with.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. There was I got this quote. I actually wrote it down as well. It was on your
Hmm.
IMDb page. What you just said, how everything is so different, and I noticed. I got the impression from you that you're not just working with these big people. You're trying to take a little bit, trying to take a little bit from Van Damme here, a little bit of Jackie Chan there, a little bit of Donnie here, and it leads perfectly to the quote you said, which was, "Be different from the already different to make the real difference." And when I was watching
Yeah, that's
your
right.
recharge fight, I really saw that
Uh-huh.
because sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, this is a bit taekwondo. No, wait, now this is a bit more karate. Wait, whoa, now how did you how did you come up with your own fighting style? Because it looks great. I mean, it really is great."
Well, thanks a lot. It was a lot of research. I also like video games. All the martial art experience I have, I always wanted to be all round. So karate, MMA, and a lot of martial arts, video games, all the actors we work with. But in this movie business, I was here like for 20 years already. And people said, Ron, you're cool, but your training videos are better than the movies you do. You always get beaten up, and sometimes you just have to follow the script. So when you fight Tony Jaa, you do a punch, a kick, and you get hit. So sometimes we don't really have our own style. So one guy said, "Oh, Ron is just a boxing bag from the stars." Now the good thing is Jackie Chan actually let me show a lot of kicks. That is a good thing. But after that, it didn't really happen. Like, who am I? So I had a depression. I was like, I'm a boxing bag, right? And I was like, I got these flashbacks about Van Damme, this dream, being an action star myself. I got this, and I got a small depression in a good way. Sometimes you have to, go to stuff to make a big conclusion and big
Mm,
decisions in your life and literally recharge yourself, reinvent yourself, right? So there was this game called Smite, and there is a guy called Zeus in there, and Zeus has electric. And I have also karate background. So in karate, you take back the punch. Every time you
mm,
punch, you take it. You take it back. And I have a friend called Mark Stas. He also make his own fight style, like wing flow. So he keeps flowing. So when people block, he just keeps flowing. Now I cannot copy him, but in that Smite game, there was electricity bouncing off the wall and hit people. So I was like, you know what? I need to have a concept. And based on this concept, I'm going to design a style. So say you hit somebody, right? You bounce off somebody's body. It can go into a block. That can go into a hit again. So you get something like this, or like a hidden punch. So you block. You have this hidden punch here, and it becomes a block. So it's like pop pop like that. And And I started to experiment and record. Now 80% goes into the bin. And every night for 7 years, because I was so frustrated. Like, I am not a boxing bag. I am someone. You are someone, right? Everybody watching, you are someone. You are unique. Make something out of it. Like an artist, you need your own paintings. You cannot just copy paintings or be, someone you're not. So that's why I said be original and be different from the different. Now, in the movie business, we are already different, right? A lot of people gave up office, they gave up a lot of things already to be in here. And then we have the stunt groups, we have the groups. And some people are comfortable in the stunt groups. They're part of a group, they make their money, they go home. Sometimes they have a beer here in Thailand, right? But there's good stunt guys in Thailand. Sorry, I don't look down on them. But they're comfortable. But for me, I was like, when you're comfortable, you cannot make a difference. So from the already different people, you have to be different from them too. That's why I say be different from the different. And that makes the real difference. So if they train 3 hours, you train 4 hours or 5 hours. Not to beat them, but just to make a difference. And it's so cool. This is not work. This is not work. This is life. And then it's not heavy to do. It's just cool to do. Say you have a scratch paper, white, nothing on it. You can define yourself. You can design you like a video game character from the base, from the stance, from the poses, to the way you look. How cool is that? And that's literally what I'm doing, like a video game. With all
Mm.
the gimmicks, after you hit, maybe you do your hair or you do a pose, or from here you can strike. You just design it, and I test it on a lot of people. Because the second one is the testing phase. So I tell the stunt guys, come on, and I test them. Some things don't work. Okay, then we don't use it. I test it with real fighters. In the beginning, people were laughing. That's the first thing, when you do something different, that's for everyone watching. Don't be scared to get ridiculed because that's what happens. You get ridiculed.
Mm.
Like, oh, look at him, who do you think he is? Recharge. Haha. They even make some videos about it. In the beginning it called game style, so they were like, oh, game changing, ha ha ha, this and that, and they were fellow friends and stuntmen from me, making a joke out of it, because when you do something different, sometimes they don't accept it, or they don't want you to grow. They just want you to stay in the herd. So sometimes it's not comfortable. You have to have guts. You need to take risk. But you know what, when you follow your heart, there's no risk. That is the real safety. Think about it. So that's my answer.
Wow.
That's the answer. A long answer, but
Wow.
I hope I
There
could
is
I
no
gave it
risk.
complete to
That
you.
is where the safety.
There is no risk if you follow your heart. There's risk if you disappear
Wow.
into expectations from others. You think you're safe, but you're not. If COVID happens, look how many businesses disappear.
Mm.
Your skill, nobody can steal that. Your heart, nobody can take it away, even if they try, because they will try. I know that. Because it's a very territorial business, right? So if you have a lot of energy, a lot of power, and you just train more than someone else, they might feel threatened, and they want to take you out of the occasion. Oh, Ron, he couldn't do the timing with Jackie. Well, they couldn't do it themselves if they had to do it. Believe me. But they just try to find something, to put you down. It's a territorial business, and people who do the same are always like that. So say you have a barber shop, right? And there's a barber next to you. He's not going to talk good about the barber next to him, right? Because if he said the barber next to me is better than me, all the customers will go there, right? So the barber will say something, yeah, but he's okay, but this and this and that. Now, and that you can expect that from people in the business. So I made a conclusion for everybody watching, right? To maybe give something to you guys watching. My conclusion is after 27 years, find the confident people who can have you next to them and who think bigger than this the territorial thing. Like together you can do something cool. Like if I fight you in a movie, how good would that be? It would be the best fight scene ever, right? Things like that. People who think big like that, like a one and one is three. If you can think like that, and then I have some guys like Mark Stas, Nick Khan, right? Byron, like a lot of friends, I have to select because they are not threatening. They're very confident. They and they, you know what? They're also really good. They're not insecure, but the insecure ones in this business, be careful. They're going to stab you in the back. They find ways to make sure you don't get it because they need more than what they got to get a job. And then in that way, they have to do tricks. And the tricks are not always nice, like, oh, he's not available, yeah, he's this and that, because else they won't get it. Yeah, yeah, this is reality, guys and girls. So if you're in this business, just be aware. But I always give everybody a chance, um, because you never know. Some people have their own background, right? And some people gave me also a chance, but some people just, sorry to say that, they fuck it up, and you help them, and at the end you get a big knife in your back, and it's like, okay, bye, fuck you, and then they even sabotage you, and that's terrible, man. Like I'm so thankful to the guys who helped me, right? You can't do it. I think it's bad karma. But some people in this business, they lack morals. They not have any empathy. They don't have it. They just think money, status. I need this job, even if I go over somebody's dead body. I know a guy. I don't say his name, but he just took his best friend's job, and he's proud of it. Like, he bought a house from that money. Yeah, but I bought a house from it, so I'm cool. And people think he's really cool, but the way he got the job was from stealing it from his best friend. Well, that's not my way. I just want to build like on real, just the right way. Just by being good enough to do what you can do, and I don't want to go around it,
Mm.
right? And also, I had a manager who was, I won't say his name, but he was a little bit funny, and he said, if you go to the gay area of the business, you might open a lot of doors. Yeah, let's open a lot of doors, right? Yeah, not the back door, yeah, in my case, because I don't open my back door. Yes, I don't open my back door. But now all this stuff with Puff Diddy and stuff, man. But I'm not, I built myself for so many years, right? I'm not going to take shortcuts right now. It was like, yeah, you have to change, you can be naked, you can be this, you can be that. It's just some grooming going on. This business is very scary, guys and girls. So I not say the name, but so, you I think that the real way takes a little bit longer, maybe, but just do it. Do it right, and just love the art. That's what I want to tell you guys. Just love the art, and it's a nice journey that way, because that keeps you up. The love of the art will keep you up. But the dealing with people is sometimes the hard stuff. It's not the acting. It's not the kicking, the fighting, the stunts, even if it's dangerous. That's not the hardest part. Your dad probably knows that too, because he's in the
Mm.
business long time. Yeah, but telling this to the audience, I hope, don't be scared. Just follow your heart, and just do what you believe in, and then it will gonna be all right.
Mm. 'Cause when I'm
Yeah.
hearing all of the things you're saying, it's amazing advice and it's really true and it's great. But it's making me
Mm.
wonder, in order, it's like what you said. Sometimes you have to go through things to become better. Sometimes you have to go through the things you
Yeah.
don't want to go through, experience those bad thoughts, learn off it and grow from it. How did you build
Yeah.
up, in particular, some perhaps one or two very challenging experiences from your career that really taught
Mm.
you the lessons that you've just shared with us?
Yeah. Well, the manager, of course. Yeah, he approached me, so that was the manager's experience. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. Another experience was, for example, with Jackie Chan. It was my first movie to play with Jackie Chan. And you in life, you can there's no shortcut. So even for me, I was training all my life. I had the highest kick. I was already doing demos. So to fight someone like Jackie, this is from here to here, and the movie was a success. The fight was good. But sometimes you're going to get the bill later for what happened to me. Because suddenly I went from here to here, which is normally impossible, for someone from a small town, right? So it's impossible for someone from a small town to suddenly have a main fight with Jackie Chan. So a lot of stuntmen didn't accept that. Like, who is this guy? Where he come from, right? So a lot of jealousy and stuff. So when they watch my stunts, even the stunt guys, you all know how hard it is to do a fight scene, to choreograph. Fight with Jackie Chan, you're gonna have 10 to 15 moves with a rhythm, and do that is at your first movie. You're gonna be in the toilet for a long time, and shitting the pants. Because some stuntmen talk like, oh, this one guy is stupid. I could do it better. I don't think so, guys. But they talk because there's a lot of envy in this business. There's jealousy. They would love to fight Jackie, and they would say, oh, if it was me, I would do better. I don't think so, guys, and I know all of you. So I don't think so because this is tough. And when we were shooting Who Am I, there was this documentary, my stunts. So they needed as a kind of example that it was not that hard. Sorry, not that easy to fight Jackie. So say it was easy to fight Jackie, right? I mean, a guy from a small town comes to fight Jackie, and it was so easy for me. It would be an insult for someone like Jackie that someone just can do it straight away. All his experience over years, that is the skill level, right? You build that. If someone just can do it like this, you don't need any stunt courses. This takes time. And even experienced stunt guys right now, if they fight Jackie, they're going to be in trouble. So, all this talking and this and that, you have to, you have to be strong, to resist that, to know where it comes from. So in this business, you get a lot of feedback. Like you do something, oh, this sucks, or this is great, or, you know, and sometimes it's not from the right intention. It's just from people who are jealous. And then you have to know where it comes from. And jealousy is something you cannot fight, like one guy from the United Nations always told me, success is your worst enemy, because when you're good, you're gonna get enemies, and that's what it is. Or when you achieve something. Of course, I still had to learn, and Jackie Chan and the experience with him always put me down, like an underdog position. But at the end, I want to thank you to Jackie Chan and his team for doing this to me. Because of the underdog position, I always had to fight. I always had to fight my way up. I want to thank you for that. Maybe else I would be maybe too confident. So I always had to fight up and show that I can really do this. So I had this goal, like I want to fight every action star possible. I want to fight Tony Jaa. I want to fight all the guys. And at the end, I fought almost all of them. And then I was like, now I have to make my own style, what we spoke about, right? So it's not bad to be in the underdog position. You know the Rocky movies, right? You
Uh,
need that bigger opponent in life. You need that challenge. And I think it was good for me. At the end, I'm thankful, guys and girls. Be who you are. Stay doing that. But from the stunt guys, I expect more sympathy because, guys, you guys know what this is, and don't fool around because I don't accept that. Stunt guys should know how hard this is, and they should know. So they can be a little bit more supportive. But again, it is the barber shop story. So yeah, I know what to expect from you guys. So I'm not worried about that. It's more like a confirmation. But the fans and all the other guys are just cool, man. And we want to bring a message to this world. So to our fellow stunt guys, keep this in mind, okay? And just keep going.
hmm.
Yeah,
Was
long answers,
because
but I hope. Thanks for letting me go like that.
mate, I love it. I'm every word that comes out of your mouth is going right in my head. I'm thinking about it, analyzing it. Oh,
Hmm,
interesting.
hmm,
I'm loving it. So, okay, so you've done
hmm,
all of these things now. You've got this strong mindset. You've
hmm.
accomplished, I mean, like you said, you fought nearly every single big star. Was this what you wanted when you were young, when you were younger, like your young teenage years? And because you mentioned a small town. When did you get the faith and confidence in yourself to be like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this.
That's a very good question because I was always at that time I was still copying Van Damme, right? So I was like wanted to be like him, doing splits, leg holding. So when I did these tournaments, karate tournaments back in the days, I was doing all these high kicks, and they were there. People were like, "Hey, man, you're more like a movie fighter. You know, when you fight, it looks very aesthetic. Like, and I hit people with it too. I could kick with it. I could really hit them because I was so crazy about martial arts, right? I hit them with those special kicks, but they said you look more like a movie guy. And there was one guy with a lot of fantasy. You know, he was a chronicle liar. Actually, he was. You know, he said he go to the barber, he's going to the butcher. He's lying about everything. He just had a lot of fantasy. So he even said like, Ron, I think you're going to be an ex Van Damme or so. You know, your kicks are so cool. And I was like 17 back then, but I already had the leg holding and stuff. He said, man, I think you're going to be a next Van Damme. You're going to play movies. So we would keep watching movies together and keep analyzing it. And he was training me like crazy. Like I already hold my leg. He said, no, I want you to do it 3 minutes. Hold it for 3 minutes. Like he was torturing me. But that actually made me. And one day I said to my mom, she was in the toilet. I said to my mom, I feel I'm going to play movies. It's almost like, you know, I believe very spiritual, right? It's almost like pulling you. Something like you can already envision. And I could really see it. And people were laughing, you know, that when you tell this in the karate guys in the karate school, they were joking, like, look at you, man, like, who do you think you are? Even the karate school were laughing. Said, you think you're going to be a movie star?
Mm,
And now they all quiet, of course. Now they all quiet because I'm not a star, you know, but you know, in this business, surviving is winning. If you just can do it and make a living like that, man, that's already a goal on its own. Even the best actors, man, they have their ups and downs, right? But if you can just have a family, in my case, have a nice kid, he's training, a good wife, living in Thailand, fantastic. Doing movies, having a heartbeat life. Okay, sometimes you not have money, sometimes you make money. Um, it's like that, but you know what? I feel invulnerable. This story with Jackie Chan, the my stunt story, who actually put me down a little bit. Like, oh, I can't do it, and I had to learn. Actually, I already died one time in this business. I don't know if you know that movie about the guy who did a crime and he was in jail for that. But actually, he didn't do it. But he already set like 15 years for this crime. That means after that he could do it because he already had the sentence for it. So I feel like that, you know, I already died in this business. You can't die twice. I can't die twice. I'm not scared what people think or what
mm,
if they push you up or down. I'm not scared about it. So that's why I just go for it. I have nothing to lose. And I think you should be
mm,
fearful or fearless in this business. Just to go for it, man. You live one time. I'm 50 years old already. Right, guys? Time goes fast. Do it right now.
mm,
You know, and I had to reinvent myself. I still go in a new phase in life. I get like the bigger fights, more acting. And it's so cool. It's never too late. One guy said when I was 40 that, you know, I think you're too old. Another naysayer, you know. Jackie Chan, I know Arnold Schwarzenegger about the naysayers, right?
mm,
I was like, no, it just starts. And now he is 40 himself, and he doesn't talk anymore. You know, this was 10 years ago. Now he's 40, and now you know he just keeps going too. So
mm,
there's, you know, in this business you always learn, right? You never stop. There's always something to learn. Acting, you can get better. Fighting, martial art is so deep, man. And there's also new things to invent. Don't be a copycat. Try something
mm,
new. Do something cool. There's so many
mm,
characters in video games, right? How can they create them? Why everybody's doing the same on YouTube? All this copy, punch, duck, all the time, right? I think it's boring. Don't do this, guys. Be creative. Come on, right? I just talk to the community as well. I don't care. It is what it is, right?
wow. Yeah, the amount of
Mm,
wisdom, mate. I need to get another sponge to soak everything up. So I know you mentioned a lot
that's cool,
about
man.
stunts, and I mean, you know,
Uh,
it's not every day you meet someone who's been in over 100 movies. Everyone sees. I was talking
Mm,
with this to my dad, and I also spoke to
yeah.
Cynthia about it. Everyone just sees the final product on screen. You see the perfect kick, the perfect fold, the perfect angle.
Mm,
But I mean, for people who work in the industry, we all know that is far from the truth. And this is my first time talking to
yeah.
someone who's this invested in particular with stunts. So through some behind the scenes reality, the dark side that the camera doesn't capture.
Yeah, well, okay. There's two things, right, in this question. Like the camera work itself, some cameramen are not that good. So movie making is like a chain, and if one, it's like a necklace. If one chain is missing, one part of the chain, it can break the fight scene. Even if you have a good choreography, you have good actors. So sometimes very good products are being destroyed by editing or by a bad cameraman. Your dad is a good cameraman, though, but it could be, by some other factors, maybe a wrong promotion or um. So it's very sensitive, this business. That's why for this one, I'm directing this my own. I had to edit it myself, and this is how Donnie Yen operates. He call it the golden scissors. So all he does, he need to have a hand in the editing. He wants this quality control. So that is the with the real camera thing behind the scenes. Now, what's also happened behind the scenes is what I said about people. Some actors, they you need to know how they are. Like some people, for example, are scared to work with Seagal. I had actors, they were shaking to fight with Seagal. And it was funny because there were three guys, me and two other guys in the Philippines, right? I think your dad, maybe he was there on that one.
My dad told me this
Like
story
General
just before I
Commander.
told you.
Yes, okay, 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 okay. Oh my God. Well, it was ridiculous. They were two guys and they were bragging about how good they are with acting and how long they did it. I said, great guys. I like that, Yeah, be who you want to be different. Okay, cool. So they in front of Seagal, and one guy had to hold a gun. He was shaking, and he had to threaten Seagal, but he was scared of Seagal. And Seagal said, like literally, like fuck this guy, out, out. So he was sent back. So there were two guys left, and the other guy also he was nervous. Like, but they were like, I'm really good, and this and that. They were good. They were nervous, and he also said, man, who is this guy? Seagal heard him talk behind the monitor. Who is this guy, man? He's scared of me. Like I don't want this guy. So I was the only one left. Now it was like they made a set like a toilet, but the toilet also wasn't really well designed. The art team in Philippines, they were a little bit quick. They're nice guys, but they were just quick, and maybe not so detailed. So the producer stepped in and he just kicked the whole set. He broke the whole toilet. Like they were literally breaking like the whole toilet. It was just flat. After you demolish a building, it was like that. And they said, fuck it. Next time, we're going to just do a scene with you and we're just going to redo the whole scene. So we made it into a scene in a garage. Seagal beats me up, basically. But you know what? It was an honor for me. I wasn't scared of him. I kind of like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's a little bit, ironic. He kicked me in the balls 3 times. Okay, life is action, right?
Mm.
And but he threatened me one time. He said, because I had blood in my mouth, so he hit me in my face. He said, if you put blood on my suit, he had a new suit. Put blood on my suit, I'm gonna be really angry. I said, no, don't worry, I know how to handle. I spit it this way. So he hit me at the last punch, like this, bam, like this. But the problem is the reaction. Look, it goes a little bit like this. So something is coming back a little bit. So I was like this, and I hear some growling, like a dog, like this. I think, oh no, don't tell me it's on his suit. There was a very big spot on his suit, blood from my reaction on his suit because sometimes bounced back. And he said, now I have to clean it, and he went back to the toilets and or to the wardrobe, and they were cleaning him. I said, sorry, man, but actually in the fight, my teeth was broken, and I didn't complain about it. I didn't say it to him. So I didn't, I just wanted to make the shoot go fast, and I didn't complain. It would take more time. But at the end, I was like, shit, I'm missing a piece of my teeth. you know? So sometimes sometimes this stuff happen on set. I think he's cool, man. Everybody, if they talk about Seagal, I think he's a cool guy. I give him two thumbs. And as an actor, sometimes you need to be a little bit different, right? And he's definitely different. I think your dad can confirm that too.
I think he certainly.
And Van Damme has his things. Tony Jaa has his way of, he hits people really hard. Even Scott said about Tony Jaa is like a stone. If you hit him, you get hurt. Tony
Mm,
Jaa is like a stone. Like you're hitting a stone. It's true. Michael J. White, very nice guy, good timing. It's just so interesting to work with them. But sometimes you have to
mm,
stay cool in here. Because with Jackie Chan, I got so much pressure. I never got that again. So luckily, thanks to Jackie and the team, I was a little bit nervous that first fight. And after that, you can't get more nervous than with Jackie Chan, man. I tell you, everyone else was more relaxed. Tony Jaa fight was super relaxed. Van Damme, no problem. It's like you are in bullet time in the Matrix. You can see it coming.
mm,
Because Jackie Chan is fast, right? That's why Recharge, I wanted to be really fast with it. To be faster than the Asian guys. To never let it happen again. And
mm,
now I have to slow down. They said, "Oh, Ron, you're too fast. You have to slow down." Yeah, okay. Well, it's yeah. So I don't want to be cocky, guys, but it's real. Like they want me to slow down now because I focused on being fast and being with this rhythm, and
mm.
So yeah, it's interesting business. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my dad, I was calling my dad earlier, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, yeah, Ron's coming on the show tonight," and then my dad's go, "Oh, ask him what happened to his tooth." He's gonna go, "Where'd you get that from?"
Oh, really? You see? You see? Because he was laughing about it in a good way. He said, "I'm going to tell Seagal. You are complaining about it," but he was just joking. He said,
Yeah.
"No, no, no. I don't want to complain about my teeth. I don't complain. Don't tell him. Don't tell him." And he was joking about it. He didn't say it. But I think at the end, Seagal just laughed about it.
Mm,
Like I think they respect it that you just as an actor, right? As an actor on the set, my advice is you can slow down production or you can speed up production. Slow down is you're on the phone. You're not into the movie. You're not in the script. You're distracted with the girls. You think about something else. When you're in it, you know what's going to happen next, right? You prepare. You are in your character. And when you speed up production like that, they're going to ask you a next time.
mm,
Too many people are distracted these days. They're in the phone. They take selfies. They think they're cool. I think they're not cool. And I hate it if I'm a director. I don't want those guys on set. You want people who are involved. Say you are leading the orchestra, right? And you have to lead the whole orchestra. It have to time together. When people are not there, that's not okay. So I know how it is from the other side, being a director. I know how they think. So as an actor, I can optimize for the director. And when you make it smooth for them, that is so cool. And there's always a future. So nowadays people are very distracted in this world. Look on the street, right? They're not even there. They're just in another world. Or they are
mm,
on TikTok, or they're Tindering away, finding another date for tonight, and it just takes them out of their power, I think.
mm.
And that, I even see that on the set. So this is a little bit about set behavior.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. I remember when I did
Mm.
I did the film in Germany, and the amount of times that
Uh-huh.
the director, well, my dad was directing, he was just like,
Yeah.
"Guys, we're filming, shut up." Like just the small things where
Wow, man.
be on their phone while filming is going, or they're filming and then there are two people in the background talking, and I didn't understand before I actually worked on a film. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, some people are really clueless. They're just not present. But I want to get your take on this. So how do you prepare? How has actually no? How has your preparation changed from when you were more new to the industry? So your first few films, and then like you said, you did the Jackie Chan thing, and you felt so much pressure in that moment that you didn't really feel pressure
Yeah.
afterwards. So how mentally did you did your preparation change as you grew in experience?
Very good question. Now I'm way more relaxed. Even before movies, even in my approach to directors, I just talk like friends. Before I was nervous, you're on the phone, like you look up to them, like fans, like please give me the job. And, you're more nervous. People can feel it. But when you're more confident, you just talk like friends, we're on the same, we're in the same team, we like friends. We want to create something cool and let's do this. And this is the way we can achieve that. Yeah, it's more like my friend always say, you got to be on the level. So don't be nervous. Some people on set, right, when they see a big actor, they're very nervous, and they keep asking questions, and they get tired from you. So they don't want you to be around. You just don't look at them too much. Just have a coffee next to them. They're gonna ask you questions. Hey mate, how are you? Where you from? Right? Like Michael J. White did it to me. So I just want to say in general, like don't be nervous. Just be cool, like you are with your family. And it just change your mind. Everybody is human, we all go to the toilet, right? So think like that. They're also human too. They want their rest. They want to focus on their script. So don't make them nervous. Don't be nervous yourself. Just be in the moment and really try to be the character what they want you to be. um that is my preparation. So I really like try to get the story. I really try to be the character they want me to be. um With fight scenes, sometimes you get it last minute, like in Jackie Chan. There's no workshops. And that's what people also don't know. Nowadays, all these Hollywood movies, the Marvels, they have previs, they go to the workshop place, they have 2, 3 days, they can sleep about it. Do it with Jackie Chan. He gives you 10 minutes before. A long combo, full speed, full this. And you have to remember everything. Do it. And you see how hard that is. So I come from still from the old days, from that stuff.
Mm,
So now we have workshops. It's comfortable, we know what to do. We can sleep about it. Maybe we change one move, make it cooler. If the director is okay with that, it's super comfortable. So for me now, I see it really like an overview, very relaxed. And now I try to add something to this, give more. So instead of only what is asked from me, I want to give a little bit recharge to this, a little bit style, a little bit flavor. So say you have an actor, right, and he just do the lines. You want your actor maybe to give something cool to the scene, give it a little bit more spice. And I always wanted to do that. So I always say, give more than you take, and you always get work. So if you give me $100, right, value, and I give you 120 back, you'd love to give me $100, right? Because I
mm,
always give you more back. So even if things take more time, you have a little bit overtime, you need to practice more, do it, and invest in it, and see it as destiny, as your life. If things are hard, you just do your best. You cannot do more than what you can do at that moment, right? You cannot go from here to there. Just do your best, accept it. Accept it, just give everything and move on.
mm,
And you will get what you can carry. Get what you can carry. So if they know you can do this, you can act like this, then you get those parts. But if they don't know you can't do it, you never get it. You always stay a stuntman, or you. Sometimes you have to show what you can do. So sometimes I have to tell the guys, look, I have my own style. Can I just show you? Can I show these combos? And the guys from Marshall Club, I don't know if you know them, Marshall Club, they're cool guys. Brian Lee, Andy Lee, DY Sao, they're on YouTube. Very cool guys. They were also in Shang-Chi and some other movies. They designed a fight for me, and it was quite complex. I said, guys, I have some of my own combos. Can I show you? And I said, do it. You're recharged. Do it, Ron. And they said, you know what? We're going to change the whole fight. Do your recharge. We like this. And so now I'm getting a little bit more confident, and it's just cool, man. And with the right directors, you can just be yourself. But there's always something in movies you not expect. So in your mind, right? It's gonna be like this, and it's gonna be super cool, and it's always like 70% of what you think it is. And that's what I think. Even your dad told me that. You have expectations as a director. It's gonna. Sometimes it's even more. Sometimes it's 200% what you think it is. But it's never exactly what you imagine. Maybe the set is different. Maybe there's rain. Maybe your suit is a little bit tight. You can't kick that high. Your shoes are slippery. There's always some factors. You cannot predict that. So I would say be very open mind. Don't expect too much. Just be curious and go for it and just believe in destiny. This role is made for me. I'm going to do the best out of this, whatever happens. And if that can make you more calm, just accept your destiny as long as you give everything for it.
Mm,
That is my answer.
mate, give me a minute. I need to go get another sponge.
Okay. Yeah, I tell you a lot of stuff, but this really helps for me. And this is, yeah, how it goes over the years. Of
Mm,
course, sometimes you wish you would go back in time and do it again. But if that happened, I wouldn't make the mistakes, and then I would not be able to say what I can tell you now, right? If there were no mistakes. So I accept it. It's good to be vulnerable, guys. Sometimes you fall down hard, you stand up again. It's okay. This is life. Look at the Rocky movies. The first Rocky he lost. The second one maybe he
mm,
won. But this is life, guys and girls. Like just never quit. That's it. But accept, if something is difficult. If it was easy, man, everybody would do this. They will all quit their office jobs. They will all be on set tomorrow, right? Because I think this is a cool job. So, and because of all those difficulties and the gatekeepers in the business, and the door is closed, guys, girls, you need to do something to get in. It's Van Damme said it. The door is closed, and it's in control by some guys over there. It's not easy to do this. I was lucky with Jackie Chan. He saw my video. If not, I would maybe be still in Holland. I don't know what would happen.
mm.
Maybe somehow I would get into some movies. I think because I was really pushing it. Somehow I think I would get in. Uh, but yeah, But I think destiny is really exist, and it will come to you. Just keep going. And if you pray for something, right? It doesn't come the next day. It's the next beat after that day. But things will come to you. It's the next beat. You just
Yeah,
have to be patient. Just wait one beat. Hmm.
there was this.
I,
There,
yeah.
I can't remember exactly how the quote went, but it pretty much said that out of 100 people who want the same outcome, two or three
Hmm.
actually want to go through the process of getting that outcome. The other 97, they just want the final result. They don't want to put in the work. They are like, nah, too hard. I'm not gonna even go for it. I just want the prize.
Yeah.
I That's why when whatever you're saying, for everyone listening, the reason why I love having guests like you on the show is because you guys don't just say, yeah, go do this, do this, do this. You guys apply it yourself, which I take my hat off to you for
Mhm.
that. So obviously now
Well, yeah.
you've got a really strong mindset. You've got, I mean, I love your mindset and everything. People don't
Thanks, man.
realize how hard it is to build a mindset like that and how many challenges and struggles and failures and everything you've got to go through. And one thing in particular as well, because with this industry, I mean, rejection is probably going to be your biggest friend because he's always going to say hi to you. How did you deal with rejection?
Oh my God. Oh, we talk about rejection, right? So after Who Am I, right? I actually got a lot of requests. Like they wanted me. This is no joke, and then some people make even jokes about this. Like, how is this possible? I was asked for Matrix for real by Jeff Pruitt. He was like from the Power Rangers, one of the coordinators. I was asked for Matrix, but it didn't happen after my stunts came. German companies all contacted me, but then so then was that, and I had a manager back from England, and he said, "Oh, I saw my stunts, this Jackie Chan documentary about you. I think I can't be your manager anymore." So he rejected me. We were supposed to go to LA back in the days. He rejected me straight on the spot. He went back to England. So I was like, okay, wow, this is quite tough. I wrote so many emails. You know, back in the days, you make these videotapes. You had to copy that, like scene by scene, from one recorder to another one. Now you just digitally, you're quick, right? Digital, you're quick. The editors were different. Back in the days, man, in the 90s, it was hardcore tapes. I make photo shoots. I'm not joking, guy. I think I sent about 300, 400 packages to Hollywood, to all the studios. And it was expensive. Send something to America, right? With the post. Every week I sent one or two packages, like to Mortal Kombat, like for years. Never got one response. I went to Cannes Film Festival. I had cards, business cards. You're going to be the next Van Damme, you know? Like this, they saw me, right? Like, back in the days, you know, I look a little bit better than now. You're going to be the next Van Damme, right? So I came home. I was to my mom and dad, like, oh yeah, things are going to happen. Not going to happen. And then one guy said, his name is Russ Price. He's also on the movie of Jackie Chan. He lives in Holland. He said, Australian guy, but lived in Holland. He said, Ron, if you're just in Hong Kong, man, you're going to get jobs. But don't say you are the guy from Who Am I? Just be another guy. Change your name. So, you know, I followed this. I quit my job. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice. You know, I quit my job. I went to Hong Kong. And it's not that easy what I tell you, but I got some sponsors, saved money, just enough for 2 weeks. And when I was in Hong Kong, nothing happened. And the last day I got into a movie because I saw John Woo Office on a building. And I just had to go home. And I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I just go inside. Nothing to lose. I went inside. They were doing a movie. They say, are you a boxer? I was the worst boxer ever. You know, because I couldn't even punch that time, right? Now I can. And I got the job. I said, yeah, but I have to leave tomorrow. They said, no, no, we give you money, you stay. And I could stay longer. I did 3 movies. So sometimes destiny is so weird, guys and girls. If you keep pushing it, somehow some magic is going to come in. Now listen to this. Some magic is going to come in. If you persist, if you send 300, 400 tapes, nothing happens. At some point, something is going to happen. Right? And it's just ridiculous what I did, you know, how much tapes I sent, how much videos, how much calls to Hollywood. My phone bills, I was just a little bit fantasy too. I was just stupid. I just called an agency. I am Ron Smoorenburg from Who Am I? Who are you? Right? Who are you? I don't know you. I said, no, I'm the guy from Who Am I? Like, they didn't even know. But I was so in a fantasy world. But you know what? The fantasy and it keeps you also up. It makes you invulnerable to always keep standing up, right? But you have to be a little bit maybe crazy about it. A normal person would quit already 10 times. I tell you. My girlfriend broke up. I lost my girlfriend. You know, a lot of things you're losing as well. My ex said, you know, if you're not famous when you're 30, I'm going to quit with you. I said, well, I think when I'm 30, I just start. But now I'm 50, I just start. So, so we were on a holiday. The whole holiday was screwed. She was angry because I just wanted to be who I wanted to be. And
Mm,
some people don't accept that, right? They don't accept that privately. Like, they want you to be a normal guy. I said, well, maybe I'm not normal. To do this, guys, you got to be different than the different. So what you said about these two guys out of 100, right? I think that makes sense. Even with the actors here, I can read them. I see 10 guys, I can see already those two. They will make a difference. The other ones, they'll just be around, but nothing's going to happen. It's very scary, man. I can see it right now. I can pick up on their vibe and their energy.
mm.
I can see it. Is that weird?
I think it's great. Save you time.
To be casting director. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. I mean,
It's crazy. I give you guys a lot of info. You know, it's maybe too much, but I just want to give for the audience. Maybe, you know, it can help them in their life, right? Just not to give up. Just
mm,
keep doing those things. Keep sending, keep contacting, keep. But nowadays, the guys want it too quick, and I don't like it. You know, they say, Ron, let's have a coffee in Bangkok. Give me all your contacts. Man,
mm,
I wish people did that with me in back in the days. It's quite rude, you know. It took me 27 years to get all my contacts.
mm,
Okay, let's have a coffee, you know, and you just take 3 hours with me, and I said, I don't even know you, man. Like, what is this, you know? It's a McDonald's mentality, like quick. You order and you get it. You get the burger, and that's it.
What you're
So,
saying is so.
no, the real deal is, yeah, it's so fast. The real deal is more tough. The real deal, man, it's grinding. Like the word grinding, right? It's grinding. It's it's a lot of stuff.
Mm,
So saying this, like it is. I will never stop, basically, and I hope just to share this with the world, before we die, right? It- this is not showing off. It's not showing off. It's sharing the heart with the world, and I think that's the
mm.
difference.
Certainly,
Mm.
certainly. I
Look,
mean, because I know there was another great quote that I can't remember exactly how it went off the top of my head, but essentially it says the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. And I think a lot of people, they're too focused on, I think it's also because of how society has progressed. It's you want something now,
Mm.
now. And no one, if they don't,
Yeah,
like what you said, right? How you send 300, 400.
yeah,
Back in the day, for those
for
people
real.
who are watching, a phone bill is expensive, and it's
Oh
like,
man, I was just paying for that.
mm,
Yes.
it's it just goes to show you that don't give up the first or second or third time. And that's another thing as well. That shows though that you had it in your heart, because a lot of people, I feel like the
Yeah.
reason why they give up so quick is because they want it for other reasons other than I want it. Maybe it's to impress someone, maybe it's money, maybe it's whatever it is. At the end of the day, they truly don't want it. And I can see in your eyes, like, you truly wanted it. We're hungry, man.
Yeah. What you said is so true. That's a very good thing you tell, actually, about the tree, right? You should planted 20 years ago, and about the people. This is what you say is true. And even if I give workshops to people, right, they think maybe one workshop, they're already an action actor, right? Oh, let's pay for one workshop, and now we're already there. And then, oh, we don't need to do the second one. Man, this is all my life I'm training. You cannot just do one workshop and you think you are an action actor. It's ridiculous. The mindset is ridiculous. And I even try to tell my own students, man, don't think too quick. Nothing good comes easy. Even me, man, I have to grind every night. Tonight I go again to train in the parking for
Mm,
2 3 hours, and I'm tired from the things I already did. But you know, your body can get tired, but your heart is not getting tired. Because sometimes, when you push it through, some things the universe tells you something. When I walk back home, right in the night, it's dark. Sometimes it's raining. You know those rocky moments. Sometimes the universe tells you, give you this small voice in your head. Just keep going. Keep doing this. People are laughing maybe about you, but just keep doing this. Something good will come to you. And believe me, guys and girls, it will. It will.
mm,
And the good thing about society nowadays, there's not many strong people these days. There's all weak society. So to stand out is even easier right now. Do it in the 70s, man. Everybody was training and crazy. Now it's even easier to stand out because society is very weak. Look on the street, man. They're all in the phone. It's a bunch of zombies, man. It's just ridiculous.
mm,
It's terrible. Where are the 80s, man? We have to bring it back. It's motivational, even in movies. There's no training sessions anymore like the past. Where are they? It's just shooting from behind. Too easy. When heroes, right? Think about this. They are too easy. Killing people too easy. Shooting under the arm, right? Be cool. Reload. Throw. Reload. You know what I'm talking about? What kind of movies?
mm,
They have their fan base because it syncs with society right now. But it's not the real motivation. If heroes are too easy, the people are going to get lazy.
mm,
If things are hard for the hero and you have to train, people are going to get motivated. Now, people is just lazy. It's too quick. I killed 30,000. I killed 300 people like this. It's just laziness. It's not motivating anyone. Think about this in movies. Think about
mm,
it, right? The mindset, what you're going to create with those movies. Okay, you cannot always have tournament movies like forever, right? If you had this period after Bloodsport, Bloodsport 2, of course. things had to change.
Mm.
But somehow, like the Cobra Kai still syncs a little bit with the 80s. The Cobra Kai feel. And maybe the kids pick up on it a little bit. Like, they follow karate class. They want to be like Cobra Kai. I think that's quite cool, though.
Mm.
That's quite cool. That is a small evidence that, things like that maybe need to come back more. It's my goal to bring that back in my own movie,
Mm.
which I'm preparing. But yeah, there's something with society. It's not okay, man. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
And as a martial artist, right, we are very aware. When the punch comes, right, we can dodge quickly. So when I'm on the street these days, we are in bullet time, guys. It's like Matrix. Everybody's coming at you in the phone, like it's like bullet time. We have to dodge the people. It's like Matrix. All these bullets coming at you. It's just people in the phone, like they not even look anymore. Like, what is
Mm.
this? Like maybe we from a different planet. I don't know. I don't know. You know. But I just want
Yeah.
to raise awareness. You know.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Ah,
But
mate.
maybe you experience the same.
It's
Yeah.
crazy you mentioned the phone thing because this morning I was on the train and I just
Uh-huh.
when I'm on the train I don't like being on my phone. It's crowded, it's hectic. I don't want to walk into a
Mm.
pole. And I just looked up and I think out of a in Hong Kong for those who haven't been, the trains are so crowded,
Boy, Hong Kong.
stuff. I think I
Yeah.
saw like 3 people not on their phone. Everyone else just
Yeah.
scrolling. And I genuinely went, wow. No one is
Yeah.
thinking about anything else other than what's happening on Instagram. And the thing you said about movies as well, in particular, and someone because I do taekwondo training as well, and I was actually speaking to my masters the other day as well. I said, you know, on on YouTube, I saw a video. They were showing the new taekwondo competition, how everything is very, lead leg dominant. You're doing all of these taps, and you're really fighting just to score points. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Mm.
And then I saw a throwback like taekwondo during the 90s, and I'm going, oh wait, now no, nowadays is born. I want to do that. I want that. And it's like in movies too.
Yeah.
I really see it. Like I remember because I mean, my dad. He's worked on so many action movies. When I'm watching his action
Right.
movies, like fight scene, fight scene, fight. Nowadays it's like boom, 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 dead. I'm like, Iki, I
Yeah.
waited.
Too easy. Yeah.
It's crazy. How do you?
Shaky camera to hide even that moves. Like, what is this?
Mm,
Yeah, you have to show the real deal. Do longer combos. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's too simple and
mm,
too easy. And three moves cut because they can't do it. And
mm,
then they got the blow dryer, so they make a punch. Also, India movies they make a punch, and then the blow dryer. They really like a hero. The hair is waving. It's not about the blow dryer, guys. It's hardcore training.
yeah.
You know, and mostly it's a double anyway. So they talk about me being doubled.
Mm,
Yeah, a little bit, but they didn't even let me try that combo back in the days.
mm,
So it's a weird thing, that story. But anyway, but yeah, nowadays I hope something is changing. That some good martial art movies will come back. But you need guys like Van Damme for that. You need guys like that, very passionate guys. There's one guy, Ben. I think he's from Australia. He just did a movie. How can I forget his name? Man? I love the guy. Life of Fighting or something. Like he just
mm,
made he just made a movie. I think he brings it back. Brent Foster. Brent
mm,
Foster, Taekwondo guy.
mm,
This guy is cool. He's bringing it back. So we just need more than that. Van Damme was fantastic. You can't have a second Van Damme. I like to bring recharge for how far I can do it. I go for it. I will encourage the other ones. Don't follow the crowd, man. Bruce Lee. You know how much enemies Bruce Lee got? The
mm,
whole Kung Fu society went on his neck. They even tried to paralyze him because of he wanted to do something different. It was his own business. It was the martial art world tried to destroy him. Elvis, they broke his records. In the beginning, he couldn't shake his hip, so he was making a joke. He could do it with his finger because he was too sexy. You can't be too cool these days.
mm.
Man, just do it. Just be cool, be you, and just Do it, man. Like
Mm,
we're an artist. We are invulnerable. And I think a lot of people are on the edge of what they want to do in life and this and that. You do it or you don't do it. If you jump half, you're gonna fall. You do it or you stay in the office or stay at school. You do it or you don't
mm.
do it. And when you want to achieve some your dream, right? Else you just lingering around is okay. But when you have a big dream, you do it or you don't do it. And people always forget the sacrifice part. I would love to explain you that.
Mate, oh, the hard thing about podcasting is that once it starts, it's so hard to finish. All right, I'm so
Yeah.
interested. Do the sacrifice bit thing. I don't even care if we're going
Okay.
over time. I hope that's okay with you. Do the sacrifice bit thing because I'm
Yeah, yeah, sure.
so interested. And then, mate, I
Okay.
have to have you back for another episode. That was so fun.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Sacrifice part is a nice ending
Mm,
because at the end, literally, it's always about sacrifice. There's a famous, there's M150. There's the famous energy drinks, and something is inside the bottle, and it says devotion, passion, and the third one is sacrifice.
mm,
Now, passion, okay, right? You can have passion for stuff. You can have some devotion. But the sacrifice part is the hardest, and people underestimate that. Like, hey, Ron, I want to do like you. I want to be in Thailand. I want to be movies, right? I have the passion, I have the devotion. So I test them. What about sacrifice? So I had one guy, he said that, and I said, okay, you know what? I can have a movie for you next week, right? I know you can fight. I know your girlfriend doesn't support you, right? So you should quit your girlfriend, quit your job, sell your car, sell your house, all the things which locks you with the bank, everything with the bank, what locks you. Get rid of it and come to Thailand. See you next week. And he called me back. He said, yeah, I have this dream, I really want it, but I cannot quit with the girl who not support me. I cannot quit my job. I cannot do. They couldn't make the sacrifices. But at the end, in my life, I lost my girlfriend. I didn't want to lose her, but she left me. I lost my girl. I lost my job. My boss said, "Oh, your heart is more into movies, right? You're expendable, expendables." I said, "Well, that's good to know because I was worried about you." To my boss, if I don't need to worry about you, I'm leaving. Bye. I left. So sometimes the sacrifice part is hard. I have a few private situations in Holland. I have two kids I couldn't see for a long time, and that was not even my decision. So sometimes, man, life is very tough sometimes, and they always see the good side, like the ice, what's coming on top of the water, right? There's so much down there. They don't even know, man. They think, oh, Ron, he's just lucky, he's a lucky guy, right? Oh, no way, man. If everything happened what people promised me, I would be an A-list Hollywood star. It's not like that, but I'm still very happy. I can't complain. Maybe if I was an A-list star, I would be fucked up. I would be smoking. I would be on the coke. Maybe I would be. Now I have a nice family, a lovely family, supportive. So, so when you just stand for who you are, right? The right people will come to you also, who can fit with that. But nowadays people try to put you in this thing like you need a job to get a loan, right? You need a loan to buy a car, a house, mortgage, and all those things are designed to lock you for life. There's no escape till your pension, and then you're gonna die, right? It's like a funnel, and even your student loan, it goes. You have to pay back. You can't leave. You have to break the chains. You have to break the chain. Said, you know what? I have a dream. I don't care what people think about me. They want to put me in this funnel with them. I'm not going, guys. I have one life. I want to do this. I want to be different. And you're going to get resistance. And that resistance is a confirmation of you doing the right thing. The more resistance you get, you have to cheer that. That's the cool part. Just see it. It's yin and yang, right? There's always something on the other side. And for something very good, like with me, what happened with Jackie Chan, there is this other side. My girlfriend broke up. I lost my job. My stunt stuff. It's always in balance. And if not, the balance will create itself. This is how nature is built. So sometimes, if you think the other way, if you sacrifice on the bad side, something on the good side might appear. So think the reverse way, right?
Mm.
So I mean, don't kill somebody. I don't mean those sacrifices, but
Yeah.
sometimes you have to sacrifice a bad girlfriend. Like if she doesn't support you anyway, man, you're gonna break up next year anyway. It's waste 1 year. If you are in the wrong job, you're not happy, man. You wake up every day. This is torture, guys and girls. Don't torture yourself. Like, believe me, the best safety in life is do what you are the best at, what you love. That's the most safety in the world. Even the false safety the society creates, it's a system. They need you to pay your taxes, need you to stay in the system, else the world would collapse. But we are the ones who have to make a difference, and else, we are artists, we're rebels. Be a rebel, sacrifice, do what you have to do, and share the love with the world. That's my advice. It's about sacrifice.
Mate, that was probably the best ending to any episode I've ever had so far. Ron, wow.
Oh, oh,
I have
oh.
to have you back on for another time. An hour is not enough. Ron, thank you
Okay, I'm always ready for you.
so much. Just for people who are curious where they can find you, what's your social media and stuff, where can they find you?
I think my YouTube channel represents me the best. I have a Facebook, Ron Smoorenburg. Always feel free to add. Instagram is more like official. I like the YouTube. If you can, okay, to share the YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos about life,
I'll
motivational. There's recharge, the YouTube, and I will always answer. Feel free to send me an email. I know you guys. I know what it is in the business. If you have questions, or don't be shy to contact me, because I don't want you to be shy also. Right? Just ask and chase your dream. Do it. And if I can, I will answer you for sure. Right? Because we all the same. That's how I think. I'm not higher than you. We all human, and we just have to do it together.